Hello, everyone. Welcome to Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea, where we discuss the latest celebrity tea in the news. And we do it live every weekday starting at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time at auntiederek.com. I'm your host, Auntie Derek, and today is Thursday, August 13th. So with me on the mic, I have my fabulous co-host. We're going to start with my icy chili. Hello, boo.
Hey there.
Hey there. And next we have my gorgeous moon. Hey, boo.
Hey, good morning.
Good morning. And shout out to my listeners holding it down in the chat as well, especially that one who said that Derek is a non-for-profit hoe. That's all. So thank you so much. I love compliments. Well, I think we have some good old tea as always to sift through. So let's go ahead and jump right in.
Tea time.
Yes. And let's go ahead and get this Tootsie Roll news out the way, honey.
Oh, not again.
Let's go ahead and get it out the way because there is Tootsie Roll news, honey. And the first piece of Tootsie Roll news is that he's out of solitary confinement. And you all should see I have just shared here by way of TMZ, Diddy out of solitary confinement after prison fight. So that leads me to believe that he was in there for quite a bit. Because what was it, maybe 2 weeks ago we learned he was in there? And now we're just reading that he's out. So he's been in there for quite some time now. But this starts off. Diddy is out of solitary confinement following his alleged prison brawl, TMZ has learned. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ Diddy was released at the hole. Diddy was released from the hole at FCI Fort Dix in New Jersey, where he'd been placed after getting into a fight with another inmate. As TMZ reported, Diddy went toe to toe with a fellow inmate after the man allegedly dissed him. We're told the two got into a scuffle, pushing each other and throwing jabs before prison staff quickly broke it up. Our sources previously told us Diddy held his own during the altercation, but prison officials immediately tossed him into solitary confinement afterward. It's unclear whether Diddy will face any additional disciplinary action stemming from the alleged fight. Diddy is currently scheduled to release from federal prison on February 20th, 2028. The Federal Bureau of Prisons previously told TMZ it does not disclose internal information or comment on disciplinary matters involving individual inmates, citing privacy, safety, and security concerns. All right. And that's that on that. So he's out. He's still scheduled to be released on February 20th, which I think that's going to be moved up way earlier based off of what we've been seeing. So that is that on that. And another piece of Tootsie Roll news. So remember the producer Lil Rod who's suing him for what was it, sexual battery, something like that. And then he was also in the documentary, the Netflix documentary. Well, baby, Diddy is countersuing him. And you all should see I've just shared here by way of TMZ. Get that link. And it says Diddy countersues former videographer for allegedly selling stolen footage to Netflix. So let's get into it, girl. Diddy is countersuing a man who previously filed a civil suit for sexual assault against him, alleging the man stole video footage from him and sold it to Netflix behind his back. The incarcerated star is firing back at Rodney Jones, claiming the videographer and producer used his position of trust to steal to steal computer drives containing footage owned by Diddy, which were intended for use in a documentary about Diddy's life. Diddy claims Rodney copied the footage and sold it to Netflix and 50 Cent to use in a competing Diddy documentary. He and Rodney was one of the many videographers who accompanied him and his family down St. Bart's in December 2022, where Diddy says Rodney admittedly tried to get close to him, sleeping on a couch in the mogul's yacht so as to be in closer proximity to the star. Diddy says he believes Rodney accessed another videographer's workspace one day and took the videos from him, then allegedly concealed his actions so as to not draw suspicion. He claims Rodney later sold those videos to Netflix, which he says the company used in the documentary it produced with 50 Cent called Sean Combs' The Reckoning. He says Rodney also defamed him in the documentary when he repeated the claims he made in his lawsuit against Diddy. Diddy's also claiming Rodney's previously filed sexual assault lawsuit was only filed by him in an attempt to shake him down for additional money for so called producer services after he already got paid. Remember, back in 2024, Rodney sued Diddy for sexual assault, claiming he would grope Jones's genitals and touch his anus. Jones also alleged Diddy would parade around naked in front of Jones. Rodney also leveled similar accusations against Diddy's son, Justin Combs, plus Cuba Gooding Jr. and Stevie J. And they all issued vehement denials. We've reached out to Rodney. So far, no word back. Yep. Remember we talked about that too, honey. Cuba Gooding Jr., honey, because baby, the streets been saying Cuba being Gooding Jr., honey, and he does not discriminate. Allegedly. So, yeah, that's on that, honey. He's I can which listen, he might not. We have a comment saying, "Thank heavens that his dick isn't over 3 inches. No holes will be safe." Oh my god! Oh my god! I'm sorry, that's horrible. But well, yes, honey. And remember the Jonathan Hay lawsuit, like because Jonathan Hay's lawsuit was something similar, but Jonathan Hay's um goes as further than like touching of the genitals and anus. Like Jonathan Hay said, Diddy forced his Tootsie Roll up in his mouth, allegedly. So, but remember the response was it wasn't a denial. That Diddy's response was pretty much like, well, yeah, it was a citizen's arrest or something like that. I'm paraphrasing, of course. But woo child, the ghetto, honey. I will be watching for more Tootsie Roll news like I always do and keep y'all updated against your wills. So,
I was like, please don't. It's not necessary. It's not.
oh, and then we have a comment in his mouth. Probably felt like a tic tac. Oh my god!
Well, I was kind of thinking, like, how does somebody with such a small penis force you to? I don't know. You could have just did that. Or
Slide between your teeth, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know. Like, with such a little penis, how does that even work?
You can't even block it off. You close your mouth, it still come in there.
It's either you take the small penis or a closed fist to the face. Which one you want? Like, we see how he like to get down.
Well, yeah, yeah.
As a man, bitch, I'm fighting. 2 men, let's fight.
Yeah.
Cause I mean, I know lesbians. You be having it be a square up situation. I hate that, but huh.
Yeah, and it did it being called. And Wendy Williams been sounding the alarm for years, and so much that she got his ass. He got her fired from her radio station in New York. But when he came on her show, them years later, and they had like a conference back, talking about this is grown woman cover. Like, no, girl, no, that's not. You. So, well, that is that on that,
Are
honey.
you saying that she got sold out? She sold out.
I wouldn't say sold out, but definitely because she has watered she was watered down when she got on TV. Like that just is what it is. She definitely could not be Radio Wendy on TV.
Oh no, you cannot. Not That's like you coming from a mom and pop shop and going to corporate America. You can't act like how you was back then. That's not
Right.
gonna work.
Exactly. So yeah, she even down to her wigs, honey, because on the radio she just like to throw her wig in the air and just run up under it. But on TV they actually had to fix it, comb it, and all of that. So yeah,
So she was more put together, more polished.
absolutely.
Well, that's good for her in them wigs. Woo, Jesus.
But she been sounding the alarm, honey, about it, and she even said, "Look, wait until because right now we only hearing about the women. Wait until the men start speaking." And now look, we in there right now.
Yeah. Men safety. Y'all better watch out, I guess. Ooh, y'all violent.
Yes, yes, indeed.
Oh.
Ooh,
Okay.
we have a comment saying Dollar Tree wigs. Okay, not too much on her wigs now.
Dollar Tree got wig now.
Dollar Tree don't, but this store I used to live near in Durham called the Back Quick. They used to sell hair and wigs up in there, and I just
Plastic. All plastic.
it blew my mind. I tell y'all no lie. When I was in there getting some hot dogs, this girl walked in and said, "Oh, let me get a pack of hair," and he reached around and gave her a pack of hair. I was gagged. Well, that is that on that. Girl, let's talk about Michael Jackson. This story looks like it broke this morning. I have this link here from Billboard, and you all should see where it says Michael Jackson second family child sex trafficking lawsuit tossed out of court. So, girl, let's
Man
get
is dead, child. What?
mhm, let's get into it, child. So, four, excuse me, four siblings who claim they were abused by Michael Jackson have hit a roadblock in their child sex trafficking lawsuit against the King of Pop's estate. In a Wednesday, August 12th ruling, first obtained and reported by Billboard, Judge Hernan D. Vera booted the claims brought by Edward, Dominic, Marie Nicole, and Aldo Castillo out of a public courtroom. The federal judge said that under the clear terms of a 2019 settlement between the family and the Jackson estate, all related disputes must be handled in confidential arbitration. Although the allegations are horrific, the court is without discretion to do aught before, excuse me, to do aught but enforce the language of the arbitration clause, wrote Judge Vera. The Casio siblings grew up with Jackson and once referred to themselves as his second family. While previously staunch defenders of the star against pedophilia claims, the family members alleged in a February lawsuit that Jackson raped and molested them as children over the course of more than a decade. The Jackson estate strongly denies these claims, which the Casios first raised in 2019 after the release of the explosive HBO documentary Leaving Neverland. The four siblings, along with their fifth brother, Frank, claimed privately at the time that this documentary deprogrammed them. The estate paid them a $3.5 million settlement without admitting any wrongdoing. The Casios now say that settlement is void and unenforceable because they were coerced into signing it. Judge Vera ruled on Wednesday that those arguments, while serious, clearly do not belong in a public courtroom under the terms of the settlement. While plaintiffs are fully within their rights to raise questions about unconscionability, those challenges must be presented later before an arbitrator, wrote the judge. The ruling echoes another decision reached in March by a different judge in California State Court, who oversaw a related legal proceeding over Frank's sexual assault claims. In that case, the judge ruled that Frank's signature on the same settlement agreement required arbitration of all further disputes. A lawyer for the Ocasio siblings, Howard King, told Billboard on Wednesday, "It's disappointing but not surprising that the decision on whether the Casios were duped into signing an unconscionable agreement with an arbitration clause will be made by an arbitrator rather than a jury of peers. The family had hoped the court would allow for a public trial over the decades long molestations of the Casio siblings by Michael Jackson and the ensuing cover up by his advisors," added King. "Instead, the family will seek justice from the dark confines of a private conference room." Reps for the Jackson estate did not immediately comment on the decision. The estate has previously characterized the claims as a desperate money grab, pointing out that the Casios spent decades defending and affirming Michael's innocence before changing their tune. The siblings stated during a 2010 appearance on The Oprah Winfrey Show, for example, that Jackson was never inappropriate with them, and Frank wrote a 2011 memoir, "Michael's love for children was innocent and it was profoundly misunderstood." Jackson, who died in 2009, was never convicted or held legally liable for any accusation of child sex abuse during his lifetime. He settled a civil claim in 1994 without admitting any wrongdoing, and he was acquitted at a criminal trial in 2005. But such allegations have continued to dog his legacy, most notably when Leaving Neverland amplified claims from two men, Wade Robson and James Safechuck, in disturbing detail. The Jackson estate vehemently denies all claims of sexual misconduct, and it called Leaving Neverland a one sided hit job in litigation that ended with the documentary being removed from HBO. Robson and Safechuck are continuing to litigate civil abuse claims against the estate, and they should stop. Hang it up flat screen. Like, girl, that's crazy to me, right? And because first of all, the 2019 settlement was 6 years ago, so that wasn't that long ago, right? And now they saying, oh, because I can see if they were trying to use this argument, they signed this while they were children. Maybe I was like, oh, okay, maybe because children don't truly know no better. If you want to argue that, but y'all were, and they said the
Adults.
documentary deprogrammed them, girl.
You know, if he was, if he did, all of the way that these people have acted back and forth. He didn't, he did, he didn't, no, he didn't. Okay, no, he did. Y'all look suspicious. Y'all look like that's what y'all doing. There's not been one case where someone
Right.
has just come out and said he did this straight out and never faltered or wavered ever.
And this
It
man
was
been
always
dead years, and these people
20. Are we now
still
at 20 years? Are we at 20 years
like
now?
Not yet. We'll
crazy.
be at 20 on the 2029. So we're at
That's when he died.
17 now.
Did
I
he
think
die? He died in 2005 or I don't
2009.
remember. 2009. Like back and forth, back and forth. Oh no, he didn't. Oh, as an adult, you said no, he didn't, and then years later, then you say he did. Look here. At this point, I'm just
Is
like,
it Uchiwala or is it one mic? Like,
and then the FBI investigated him, and this ain't under Trump's FBI. This is under regular FBI when they was doing their jobs the way they were supposed to. They investigated him for a good little while, went to trial, and he was still acquitted. Okay, what are we doing? Like, just stop.
I agree, and this is why I'm kinda like, I would advise I understand why they do it, truly I do, why celebrities settle certain cases because they just don't wanna be bothered with the headache of courts and trial and shit and even having to prove innocence or being
Public and
guilty.
just the whole public, you know,
Yeah,
melee of it all. I get it, but
and the fact I feel like I feel like this family I have no proof of this, but I feel like this family, just figured that, "Hey, we got one settlement out of 'em, shit, we can do it again."
mhm, it's a
So,
recession. It's a recession. We need some more money.
mhm. And that Judge Hernan said, no, no, y'all can look, this is right. This clause that you signed, honey, is solid. You will be
As
discussing this in private
adults,
arbitration."
it wasn't even like your parents signed this for you. Y'all signed this as
Mhm.
adults. It's just like, come on, yeah, okay.
And shout out to the Cuban community that it was actually a Cuban guy named Hernan that taught me how to properly say that name. So yeah, because I used to say
Oh,
Hernan.
oh, wow.
What your country ass.
Yeah, I was like, oh hey Hernan. He was like, you know it's pronounced Hernan, right? Oh, it is. Oh, well,
My goodness. Hmm.
that Billboard article mentioned, that family went on Oprah and denied, claims of Michael being. So let's talk about Miss Oprah, honey, who's trying to distance herself from people like Dr. Oz and Dr. Phil.
Never, baby. Never.
She trying it too, honey.
We will
Well,
always
hell,
blame you for this bullshit.
yeah, but they got us all. I mean, they hoodwinked us all. We were in a whole different time.
And the look, not only is she trying to distance herself, she tried to throw Gail under the bus too, honey, in this article. But y'all see what I'm
Look, honestly, it was a different time. I thought Dr. Phil back in the day was cool beans. You know what I'm saying? I thought Dr. Oz was cool until Trump came along, and now we found out who they really are.
Well, they
I,
bamboozle her too, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, shit, they bamboozled us all until they showed their true colors.
So yes, okay, yeah, because I we were bamboozled, but when especially during Trump's first, because I feel like these two men kind of showed their asses when he first ran for president, right? And Oprah
Right.
just really didn't. She was kind of silent then.
Well, because I mean, what can you like? You trying to? That was okay. Let's be for real. The first Trump phenomenon really caught us by surprise, and a lot of people thought it was get along, just it'll go away. I mean, you see how Steve Harvey tried to carry it. Like we need to, have bridges, and we need to. No, this ain't normal. And unfortunately, when you jumped they jumped off they got off the normal train and got on the crazy train and really showed their true colors. Honestly, back in the day, you couldn't have told me that. I would have expected that from Dr. Phil or even Dr. I just didn't expect it. And they were for real doctors. He was a real psychologist, like, and he kind of was
Mhm.
making sense back in the day. I mean,
Yeah.
shit, y'all got us too. Like, I mean, let's be fucking for real.
Well, honey, I feel like the therapist, honey, a lot of the I know my therapist, shout out to Jarrell, he was not a fan of a young he was like, "Yeah, a lot of us don't really look to her."
Well,
Mhm.
once she moved away from that Oprah thing and then was doing her own thing, her crazy show too. I mean,
I remember in the early 2000s, Dr. Phil turned me off, but, I was a child, so I was just anything pissed me off back then, but he was you remember he was big on weight loss back then, and he
oh
was like
yeah, okay.
and one of his, I just didn't like how he said it. It was one guest on his show that was struggling with her weight loss, and he gonna tell, "Put the cookie down." I'm like, "You country fucking bumpkin, like, the fuck?" And I just didn't
I
like
think
that.
I remember that one.
Yes, girl. I'm like, "Who?" I would have been like, first of all, who was you talking to? Because I would smash this cookie in your face, and not the one you're thinking of. Let me
Yeah, I didn't, and also I didn't see Dr. Oz. I didn't know he was a fucking quack either. Like, sir, what? Yeah, it's bad.
Mhm. Well,
But go
y'all should
ahead.
see, I just shared here by way of this TMZ article. Oprah defends herself amid criticism over Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz. Well, Oprah Winfrey is distancing herself from Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz, both politically and professionally, saying everything they've done since her talk show launched their careers falls squarely on them, not her. Oprah defended herself in a new interview with Emmy Magazine after facing criticism for giving both men major platforms. In explaining why she originally brought them onto the Oprah Winfrey Show back in the day, Oprah says Dr. Phil first impressed her while helping her through a tumultuous time in 1998 when six Texas cattlemen sued her, claiming she defamed the beef industry. Oprah's legal team hired Dr. Phil, and she says she quickly found him to be practical, down to earth, and real. She says they rode in the car on her way to trial every day for 6 weeks, and he was so instrumental in helping her. She thought, "Oh, you could help a lot of people. You should come on my show." As for Dr. Oz, Oprah says Gail King introduced them, and she was struck by his ability to explain medical topics, including colon cancer and bowel movements, in language regular viewers could understand. But when it comes to criticism over their politics or views, Oprah is distancing herself, saying, "Everybody has their own path in life, and it has not one thing to do with me, and I don't have one thing to do with them." Oprah added that at a time her only intention was giving them a platform because she believed Dr. Phil and Dr. Oz would be helpful to many other people. Both men, of course, went on to become major TV personalities after their Oprah appearances, and some folks don't like how they support Donald Trump, but Oprah is making it clear that's got nothing to do with her. I mean, girl, I get it, but you,
It's not. Honestly, it's not. And I remember that beef, that whole cattle thing. I do remember that they was trying to sue her for shit that she ain't got nothing to do with. And I get it. And Dr. Oz, he was making sense back then. He really was. I mean, honestly, we all got duped by a bunch of white people that we thought was cool. And then when Trump came along, we found out who they really were. That's not her fault. She was a big platform. People was always coming to her for stuff. I mean, this is not the first time. I remember there was a big scandal about the guy who had wrote this book. Come to find out, he was a liar, and they blaming her. Like she ain't know. If she knew, they wouldn't get platformed.
mhm.
Y'all, quit trying to. Y'all don't even be checking y'all baby dads that hard. Like, please. So, are y'all? Y'all can't be faulting Oprah for that.
Yeah, and she has a point. Like that, she look at the time she had information. He was really helpful to me. I like the way he talked to regular people. So yeah, you could help a lot of people because I have a large reach. Everybody watch my show, honey. So
Yeah.
yeah, come on. So, but unfortunately, like I think why people are criticizing her was just like certain actions that she's done that seem anti-black to people after that, and it's like, well, girl, are you a Trump supporter too? Like, so,
People just be trying to. I don't know.
mm,
People be nitpicking on shit. Y'all need to scrutinize your own lives as hard as y'all be scrutinizing these people. Because some of the people you bring in your lives and your children's lives, it should be documented. Because some of y'all ain't right. And
No, but you
then,
see how y'all saw how she tried to throw Gail on the bus, right?
well, Gail did bring Dr. Oz. Oh, shit,
She was like, "I
girl.
ain't gonna be in this. If y'all gonna drag me, you gonna be dragging the both of us, okay?"
Okay, exactly. I was introduced, and when he was explaining colonoscopies and shit, right? And and that was a time where everybody was big on colonoscopies and getting your health. You remember Katie Couric went on the thing and got
Yeah,
because her husband had died of colon cancer. So yeah,
and everybody was getting
who
their
knew?
colon cleans, honey, like colon cancer.
Yeah. So
Everybody.
how to know? She didn't have no crystal ball to figure out that he was a fucking weirdo quack. We had no idea. Some of y'all, we found out a lot of our coworkers was fucking crazy as batshit crazy and racist. We didn't know that we've been, sharing space and community and stuff, and come to
Yeah.
find out these is racist. I mean, I remember a whole doctor I worked with, and I liked her too. She was no nonsense. She was fun to work around. She kind of had a dry personality, but it was, she was cool. I done went to her baby shower and everything. Trump come along, and I'm like, bitch, are you fucking lying? What? You? I was fooled too. I just didn't have an Oprah platform to platform this lady that I thought was good. So
Mhm.
let's be fucking for real, people. I mean, I know we have issues with Oprah and her aunt, what we think and how she should have moved and how, hindsight is 2020 on a lot of shit. And y'all be acting like y'all got it all put together and y'all don't. So I don't know. I don't believe in this blaming shit like that because that ain't it. Now is Oprah perfect? Absolutely not. But she's also human, and hindsight is 2020 on a lot of shit for everybody. So let's be fucking for real.
I don't know. This has nothing to do with nothing, but I actually had the opportunity to go when Dr. Oz had his talk show. I actually had an opportunity to go sit at the audience, and usually because okay, so how I got the ticket, huh? I went to go see The View. That was like probably my fourth time seeing The View, and the producers were standing outside, asking the View audience, "Hey, would you like to come see the Dr. Oz show?" Of course, a lot of people said, "Yeah, no." But I was like, "Hey, I ain't doing nothing. What time they tape?" And she was like, "Oh, at 2 o'clock." Yeah, okay, cool, cool, cool. I'll go. I ain't doing nothing else. But it actually was not a boring experience, and because they actually had his daughter Daphne, you remember how she used to be on the Chew cooking all that bullshit? But she was on there, and then another I forget her name, but a black woman who's known for cooking too. I want to say her name is Tamika, but I'm not. I'm so sorry, sweetie. But she was nice. I actually had a chance to meet her. But and I met some people in the art. It was nice. And another fun fact: Dr. Oz and I at once upon a time had the same dentist. Hey, Dr. Jen, really really nice oral surgeon. He's been on
Yeah,
his show.
yeah, he should have put all his teeth. But I mean, hindsight is 2020. I mean, we was all there. Don't act like you was. Everybody want to act like they knew it. You didn't know it. We was all there. We didn't know until we knew.
Ooh, we have a comment saying you forgot to add Deepak Chopra, who Oprah also introduced to the Met. Girl,
Who? Who?
Deepak Chopra,
Who
girl,
is that? Who is that?
Oh,
girl.
I forgot about him.
Oof,
Wait, hold
child.
on. Who is that?
He was something. Another one that we thought had us fooled. Or we thought he was like insightful and mm, mm,
Mm-hmm.
mm-mm. Mm-mm. Well, that is that on that. I'm gonna definitely watch to see if Oprah says anything about this, anything further about this, because I'm sure she's probably gonna get even more
Oh,
criticism
well,
after this.
yeah. Okay, so he was linked to Jeffrey Epstein. Oh,
Yeah,
well,
great. It's not good.
well, I mean, shit. How was people supposed to know who his friends were? The fuck? That's terrible, though.
Well, speaking of friends, friends of the show, hey, Missy Dizzy. Hey, girl. Well, honey,
Oh no.
you already know. Well, I actually got two stories about our friend to the show, Missy Dizzy, honey. Well, the first one, honey, DJ Academics.
Fuck him.
Right. However, he's claiming that he was swatted, and well, he was swatted while he was on live stream, but he's actually blaming Rock Nation on that. And he said he feels like they were swatted because
So now people at Brock Nation is doing.
listen, okay. So when it comes to DJ Academics, yes, he's certainly one of those people I would not trust to even tell me the weather. However, based off of
Okay.
what we've been reading about, Rock Nation and their CEO, mm, I don't know.
Is anybody blaming Joe Button for helping platform DJ Academics?
Yes.
I hope they are, please,
Absolutely.
because
Baby, there's actually campaigns that want Joe Budden off the air. They don't even want him.
well, I agree, but I'm just saying I didn't even know who he was until damn the first one of whatever podcast that was, and I heard he was left off of Bad and Bougie. That's when I really found out who he was. Like, oh, okay, little Mighty Mouse looking dude. All right,
Yeah, most of us on them Twitter streets know who he was because there used to be a running joke that he looks like Jerry Mouse from Tom and
with
Jerry.
Jerry and yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Little
Yeah.
nasty ass pervert bitch. I can't stand his
Mhm.
ass.
Well, DJ Academics was live streaming on Wednesday night and he claims he received a swatting call while speaking on sensitive topics. DJ Academics has never shied away from any topic, regardless of how controversial. You can be sure the hip hop commentator will weigh in on what interests him. For instance, Academics has been speaking at length about Jay Z, Rock Nation, and Desiree Perez. It was reported that Desiree Perez had a frightening encounter with a stalker. We reported the situation Wednesday. Academic spoke about the situation during his stream on Wednesday. However, as he explains in the clip that they have in this article, he was swatted midstream. Someone had allegedly called the police claiming Academics had shot and killed 10 people inside of his home. This led to a visit from the police who investigated the premises only to come to the conclusion that the call was some sort of a sick prank. When he got back to the computer, Axe suggested that he was swatted because he was talking about Perez. He said, quote, dirty games, unquote, were being played, all while explaining how the police were understanding of his situation. Academics then asked his chat who they think made the call, implying that the swatting came from someone over at Rock Nation. It's a baseless insinuation and one that can be easily dismissed when you consider how streamers are being swatted all the time. Any troll could have done this at any time, regardless of the topic being discussed. Regardless, Academics was looking to rally his chat, and that's exactly what happened. The streamer also noted that a woman was staying in his house at the time and that she was traumatized by the swatting experience. She was put in handcuffs as police investigated her reasoning for being at the house. When the police left the scene, Academics continued his stream, where it appears as though he was able to move forward without incident. Who was the girl that was put in handcuffs? Was it Daphne Joy?
Yeah.
Was it Daphne girl? Oh,
Um.
just imagine you giving an ugly ass nigga a chance, honey, and then you go and put his
Oh
and then a bunch of
God.
police come, and then they got you in handcuffs. Oh my god, I know she was over it.
She should have been over it from the. Oh God, I don't even. I That's low. Like, girl, there's so much money out in the world, and that's what you choose to get it from. Ooh, Jesus, do better.
Oh, this bitch said in the chat, "You have your nerve. You just haven't been swatted." Girl, fuck you.
Honestly, he's just riding a wave of Nicki Minaj and Drake trying to blame Rock Nation. You're a troll, and we don't like you.
Yeah,
There's plenty of people that don't like you.
including me.
I didn't select you, but I don't like you either. So
Yeah. Well, that is that on that. And we have another update. So I guess I need to eat my words because yesterday I said it wasn't looking good for Miss Desi, Messy Desi, honey, in her case against her daughter. Because remember how the daughter we talked about it in detail yesterday about how she was trying to subpoena Apple for records because she said that, oh, my mama got the wrong account. I was using this email account, this, and that. Well, honey, all of her efforts were for naught because that shit was denied. And shout out to Document Teams for this update. And you all see where it says, by way of Document Teams here on Twitter, court update. A federal judge has denied DeMaurice Hadley's motion seeking to partially quash a subpoena issued to Apple, finding the motion was untimely, procedurally defective, and failed to prove grounds for quashing the subpoena. It goes on. On August 12, 2026, Magistrate Judge Lauren Fisher Lewis issued a paperless order denying Hadley's motion in her ongoing lawsuit against Desiree Perez and the related defendants. According to the court, Hadley sought to quash a subpoena that had been served on non-party Apple more than 3 months before she filed her motion. The judge found the motion untimely under both the federal rules of civil procedure and the court's local rules. But that wasn't the only problem. The court had also found that Hadley failed to certify that she engaged in the required good faith conferral before filing the motion and failed to include the required memorandum of law. The judge further noted that Perez specifically raised the timeliness problem in her response, but Hadley did not file a reply addressing it. And even putting those procedural deficiencies aside, the court found Hadley's motion failed to actually set forth grounds for quashing the non-party Apple subpoena. The motion was therefore denied. There was also a second discovery development in the case today. I don't know if this was yesterday or today. I think this was yesterday. But the court addressed the plaintiff's separate motion seeking to compel compliance with the subpoena served on non-party attorney Naib Hassan. According to the court, Hassan has not filed an opposition to the motion, despite the deadline to do so having already passed. Before potentially, potentially granting the motion by default, the judge is giving Hassan one final chance to explain his position. Hassan has until today, August 13, 2026, at 5 p.m. to file an opposition. If he fails to respond by that deadline, the court says the scheduled hearing may be canceled and the plaintiff's motion to compel may be decided by default. So as of now, Hadley has lost her attempt to partially quash the Apple subpoena, while another subpoena dispute involving attorney Naib Hassan could potentially be resolved in the plaintiff's favor if he fails to respond by tomorrow's deadline. Okay, so based off of what we just read, so if this attorney Hassan comes in and then there's a chance that it could be resolved in DeMore's favor. But if not, honey, it's gonna be decided by default, and it won't be looking good for her, baby. Look, I feel like she knew what she was going up against with her mom's connections, because that's what she's suing for. She said my mom has connections, and she used her connections to get me unlawfully detained by the Bakers Act. And you know who else we ain't heard of? We haven't heard in a while. Dr. Daniel Bober. We ain't heard his name in a bit. So, well, I will continue to follow this story. Hey, Missy Desi girl. And that is that on that. Oh, baby, the WNBA said I need y'all to stop playing on our tops, like for real. Y'all, this shit is not done in good faith, and you just need to cut it the fuck out. And you also see I've just shared here by way of TMZ. And it says WNBA slams bad faith transgender debate after Inez Cantor, Royce White claims they're women. Good. I'm so glad they spoke out against this bullshit.
Took them long enough. Shit, they could have squashed this a week ago. God.
Honestly, for real. Well, this begins. The WNBA is blasting bad faith's efforts to push a narrative about transgender women competing in the league after ex-NBA players Inez Cantor Freedom and Royce White claimed they are women and vowed to enter next year's WNBA draft. The WNBA held an anti-hate task force meeting Wednesday to discuss trans athletes, and afterward, a league spokesperson said general managers and presidents came to the conclusion that there are no immediate eligibility matters affecting the WNBA, adding, "We strongly denounce the bad faith efforts to use these topics to demean or marginalize others." So it sounds like Inez and Royce won't be entering the draft after all. The WNBA noted they will continue to engage all league stakeholders in the coming weeks and months and will approach these important conversations thoughtfully and in alignment with the values of our league. As you know, the league has been grappling with this hot topic after Indiana Fever guard Sophie Cunningham said last month she felt a calling to protect young girls in the locker room or young girls in sport who shouldn't have to go against biological men. There are currently no transgender women playing in the WNBA. After she doubled down on her comments, a couple washed up former NBA players announced that they were trans and declared for the 2027 WNBA draft. TMZ really called them washed up. I am screaming. Anyway, Roy specifically said he identified as someone identifying as a woman for purposes of professional basketball, while Inez claimed he began his transition Tuesday alongside a photo of himself working out in a gym. W- WNBA Commissioner Kathy Engelbert addressed the discussion around transgender athlete participation on Friday, vowing the league will always approach this topic thoughtfully, respectfully, and in alignment with the longstanding values of our league. She added, second, our player eligibility rules, unlike the eligibility rules of some other leagues and governing bodies, are collectively bargained. Lastly, preserving the integrity of our game and ensuring fair competition will always remain the remain among the league's highest priorities. Mm-mm. So they said, stop playing with us and stop playing with our organization. We already ain't getting no ad money from you because you motherfuckers want to eat it all up. And yeah,
Okay, let's wake this up. And somebody woke this. Hope Giselle mentioned it and or actually talked about it, and
about
it's
the
really
Hope
a good
sale.
point. Nobody has the smoke for the women. Why are you not protecting the women who transition to men, who compete, do all the things? Everybody's also worried about women and transgender, but okay, with your point, if you're making that point, then women who were men who were biologically women, should they be not be protected now? I mean, like, what are we doing? Like, this is so stupid. This is so dumb. They're using bad faith and for I just it's just the dumbest thing. There is no there it's not even a percentage. First of all, the percentage of transgender people is so small compared to the whole population. And then the percentage of transgender people trying to compete into any type of sport or thing like that, it's smaller. Why are we what whew, Jesus. And these are black men, or well, one is black, but one is something else. But like, we got other issues to be fucking worried about, and and y'all just pushing the agenda of white supremacy constantly. Oh my god, oh my god, we are in dark times. I swear to God.
Listen, you see, that's exactly why I wrote that article not too long ago because now
Yes,
now it's oh we want to protect women. Before it was we want to protect children. Protect them from who? Because who they need protection from? When you look at the numbers, it is cis hetero men that these
white
children
men
because
mostly,
white men mostly
mostly,
because when you look at who is getting arrested for child predator crimes, it is them overwhelmingly. So
overwhelmingly on a regular basis.
it's really like they just people are really not baby. I people truly, truly hate trans people. And I've learned it. I mean, I've always knew it, but like how much they really hate them. You see how like I've been clipping when we've been talking about, what happened with Sydney Starr down in Georgia.
Uh
And
huh.
I clip it and I'm using Sydney's preferred pronouns, calling her she and her. Baby, the people in my comments, him, that's a he. Listen, you can call her whatever you want on your platform. However, on my platform and on my podcast, we use people preferred pronouns. Period. So whatever you want to call her on your platform is totally up to you. But don't come on my shit being disrespectful, babe, because we are pro trans rights over here. Period. So I don't give a fuck
All
what
people got
you
to do is mind their own business. You ain't even got to worry about other people. Why are you worried about what other people doing in their house? What are you? Why are y'all worried about other people? You wasn't even that worried about your NBA career because y'all ain't in the NBA no more. What the hell?
yeah.
I'm tired of all these fronts of like fighting and meanwhile we losing rights left and right. These people are trying to steal the government. This is what y'all doing.
Because it's like when like when you women at this point they want to take protecting women stuff, but you start at the fucking what Supreme Court. Women literally don't have autonomies over their own body. They cannot get they can just up and decide in certain places they want to go and get an abortion. It's that when
Because
they should
other
be able to have
people are in their business
hmm
because
so
they don't believe abortion should be mind your business. Ain't nobody over there cooking your food. Like, worry about your own self.
so is what is it really about? It's definitely not about protecting women because women are not protected. Like
No, women are dying. We have gone through this. Women are having miscarriages, and because the DNC or whatever is attributed to abortions, people can't even get adequate medical help for shit that happens to women, like a fucking miscarriage. Y'all are melting my brain. It hurts so bad. Like, none of this makes sense. None of it makes sense.
look, I think I might have to write another article here.
Right, right, more. Because what? It's just, and then of course it's some stupid ass men. Child, oh,
But now what is refreshing
oh,
now
I'm so
because, it not before, we really didn't have, the LGBTQ community really did not have a lot of support from cishet women, but now we have a lot more support from them because they see that shit for what it is. It's like, "Okay, y'all doing too much," and you sitting here saying you wanna protect womanhood or whatever, you're not doing that. I just saw some shit on Facebook where it was a group of trans men that were a part of and I wish I would have saved it. I didn't save it. But it was a group of trans men that are a part of an organization because I think they have a law in I don't want to misspeak, but I think it's Kansas. I think it's Kansas. And they pretty much have that go whatever gender you were assigned at birth, that's the bathroom you need to be using. So these a group of trans men, men who were assigned women at birth, they actually went into the women's bathroom to use the bathroom, and they had the police called on them. So, okay, so what is this really about? Because they doing what you want them to do, and you got the police called on them. So you just want trans people to be eradicated, and you need to say that. Say it with your whole chest so we can know how to handle that threat moving
well.
forward.
And then we also know that that's the transphobia, homophobia interwoven because, oh, it was a man that's now a woman, and so now men feel threatened. And that's all that is. That's all that is. Because women going to be men, no problem. They don't care. They don't care about that. They care that they were attracted to that trans woman. That oh, a man. Oh, yeah. And it's awakening some things you didn't really think was about about yourself, huh? So now you upset. Now you upset. Be fucking for real. I'm so sick of these. Uh, and then all these people of color pushing white supremacy the way they are. Lord help us all.
Yes, and look, Harriet told us, honey, we was gonna have to shoot some of us up in our community, girl. So
Somebody
live,
should have
live.
started with Clarence Thomas.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Well, girl, speaking of community, honey, black community. So we have our two favorites on NBC in the mornings, Al Roker and Craig Melvin. Well, honey, how about they saying they are the black version of what's going on between Tony Dokoupil and Matt Goodman? Oh, I was like, huh? Wait a minute. Now I'm not sure if I believe this, but they talking about it, so let's talk about it. And you all should see I've just shared here by way of this Radar Online exclusive. Al Roker and Craig Melvin battle for today top spot. And well, today's Craig Melvin stood firmly beside Al Roker after the attempt on his life, Radar Online can reveal. But NBC insiders revealed the two are locked in a quiet power struggle over who will be the face of today. Savannah's absence has created a vacuum, and someone has to lead the show, confided one NBC insider. Craig and Al both want to be that person. Sources said Melvin has been increasingly positioned at the center of the broadcast, while Al believes his deep connection with the viewers make him the natural choice. This goes on. These guys are warm and friendly on camera, but they're absolutely keeping score, an insider said. Every segment, every major interview, every high profile assignment matters. As viewers may know, Roker has been on the Today Show for 30 years after officially joining the NBC morning program in January of 1996. For Melvin, he has been on the morning show for nearly 8 years after he first joined as a weekday news anchor in August of 2018. Hmm. They said our two favorite black men are beefing, honey. They said, listen, Al has the connection with the viewers for over 30 years. But Craig, he cute. He cute. But one of them
I
got to be
don't.
the face.
No, I don't know if I believe that. Why are they trying to make? I don't know. Al been doing, but I don't know. I mean, he did move from the weather. Now he is doing more of life segments and things like that. I don't know. Why are they trying to just create this tension? Because AB or CBS got the beef, so now they got to do two more beefs. What's going?
Girl, like that. And then let's put our two favorite milkers up there, honey. We're going to get the eyes on this story. Look, because they got my attention.
I don't know if I believe that. I feel like this is manufactured.
I kind of don't believe it either. The only reason, because based off of what we've seen from Al, and I've been watching Al for a very, very long time. He pretty much, he's that kind of person. He's the Barbara Howard of daytime TV. I come
I
in, I do my
remember
work,
when Al
and I
came
go home.
in. I remember when Al took over from the white guy that had been there for years. I was there when the transition happened when he came on the scene. So
Hmm.
I
Was that the
just
one who was locking people in his office? That it was he. That's the one who
no, that's
left.
Matt Lauer.
Matt Lauer. He wasn't on
No, no,
ABC.
No, he
mm,
didn't replace because they were on. Him and Al and Matt were on there at the same time at one period.
Oh,
yeah, and that's when Al was still the weather guy.
I
Hmm.
don't believe this though. Why can't they both do it? Al's been there a long time. Craig Melvin got the seat next to Savannah before the tragedy happened with her mother.
Hmm.
Why can't they both do it?
Because there can only
I
be one winner on here on America's Next
Well, I
Top
mean, he's the seat.
Mom.
I mean, he is the natural progression. If he was there, him and Savannah were the top two, why wouldn't he just be two and then Al come in? I don't know. I don't understand why this is a thing. But
right.
also, wait, did Savannah take off again? And I missed it?
I
I
think
think she is off. I
hasn't
think
been as present like every day. She came back, but she hasn't been there every day. I don't think she's going through a lot. I mean,
Oh, yes,
it's
absolutely.
still
No,
kind of fresh for her. So, yeah, I think she just needs a break right now. But
oh,
why?
yeah.
Yeah,
I
why
don't
can't
watch
they both
NBC
do it?
anymore. But
I
see,
do,
yeah.
and I don't remember seeing her. Well, it's on. I'm not listening, but I don't remember seeing her on there this morning. So I don't think she's consistently on there every day. She came back, but
Makes
then she
sense.
had to leave again. Um,
Yeah.
but Al Roker's I mean, he's an institution on
Hmm.
Good Morning America. 30 years is a long time. He's been on
Yeah.
several assignments. He's always, he does the parade. He was at the Olympics. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the old. I mean, he comes from the old guard. Like he's one of the
yeah,
last ones from the Bryant Gumbel and Katie Kirk
right.
and
Well,
what was her
mhm.
Polly? What was her name? Jane Polly. That's how far back I go
Well,
to
yeah,
the 80s and
he's well
90s.
loved by the fans. I mean, I hope this is not true because I don't think this is something that should be going on between the two of them.
I agree,
I
and I
think.
found it real suspicious that they were using the exact same language that they use in their article with about Tony and Matt. How
Hmm.
Mhm.
they're keeping score behind the scenes. They're super friendly on camera, but they're keeping score. And
That's white
Hmm.
people shit. And
mhm.
also, I think that's manufactured by the network to gin up some controversy to keep up with CBS to pull some of whatever's going on. I feel like this is a stunt because
Well, in the event that it's not a stunt, it sounds like, based off of the conversation we just had, that y'all think Al should be the winner of America's Next Top Newscaster.
Well, I don't think I think they could be together. Like I don't even know what's the top because him and Savannah, nobody argued about who was the top and who wasn't. They were
Co-host. Yeah.
co leads. Like what are we doing? I don't know.
Yeah, I think they both could do that. And this came from Radar Online. Okay.
Hmm.
Yeah.
No,
I
but
tell
let's get
y'all
to the
what,
bottom of who let that crazy man in. Let's talk about that.
wake
That's what I
that
think
up.
this is a deflection too, to move on from that story.
Wake that up, girl. Especially after we learned yesterday that NBC has some real strict HR policies and stuff like that, like solid to the point where even sneeze, you might get called into the office. So how did some shit like this happen?
Yeah, no. Well, Matt Lauer, he really fucked that up for everybody. Because
Mhm.
Matt was a wild somebody who would have fucking thunk it. He was wild. I said
He
a
was
lock on the
a
door that he
freak.
controlled from his
A
desk.
Girl,
freak.
with
What?
a button, girl, like he was Montgomery Burns pushing the button behind the desk. Like,
Sheila, who would have thunk Matt was out here? Ooh, crazy,
Out of
crazy.
control. Way out of control.
Yeah, it's always one motherfucker that fuck it up for everybody. Because they do something so crazy that the response has to be so damn strict because who this went under our nose so bad we got to and we can't have no more lawsuits. We can't be paying out no more.
And wasn't what didn't one of the security guards, because there's supposed to be two, didn't one of
Mhm.
them leave his post with your boy?
Yep.
mm-hmm,
And I know that's against company policy, I'm sure. For
mm-hmm.
whatever reason, he left it.
Yes, indeed.
Mm, yeah, I ain't buying it. It's a stunt. Somebody's being a stunt queen out here trying to get Jen up some buzz.
And it worked, honey, because when I tell you, I cannot wait to get up in the morning and watch the third hour tomorrow. I'm gonna be looking at Al and Craig closely, honey. I sure am. I sure am. Well, so before we go into this next story, I just want to give my disclaimer. We here at Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea have nothing but love and respect for LA legend Big U or Compton legend or wherever he reigns. We have nothing but love and respect for that man. So we actually have an update because y'all know Big U has been pretty much fighting for his freedom in federal prison. And a friend actually gave an update of how he's doing and what he looks like. So you all should see I've just shared here by way of all hip hop. Big U's friend gives new info as new prison pictures emerge. So let's get into it. In fact, I should share my screen first so y'all we can first see the pictures and then I'll get into the story. So this is Big U today or recently, I should say. All right. All right. All right. Well, this starts. Eugene Big U Henley is smiling in newly surfaced prison photos, but the federal case surrounding the Los Angeles power broker has become considerably more serious. Very serious. New images of Big U began circulating across social media this week, giving supporters their latest look at the G while he remains in federal custody. The pictures quickly generated conversation online, especially because they arrived shortly after his friend OG Big L offered an encouraging update about Henley's condition. Recent photos attributed to Big U were circulating online by August 11th. According to OG Big L, he recently communicated with Big U and said his friend remains optimistic. He's in great spirits and looking real healthy and ready for war. Don't listen to the internet rumors. Trust me, it's only rumors without going into detail. Inshallah, my bro will be home soon. At the end of the day, Allah has the last word. Trust me, He is open on His deen. Please forgive me if I mispronounce this, but Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, and that last phrase means all praise is due to Allah, Lord of the world, in Islam. So, a superseding federal indictment recently added 7 felony charges against Henley, including allegations that he solicited violence against federal witness. Prosecutors allege Big U offered fellow inmates money to murder or seriously injure a witness expected to testify against him. These remain allegations, and Henley is entitled to the presumption of innocence. The new accusations pile onto an already sprawling federal prosecution. Henley was originally charged in 2025 in a racketeering case alleging crimes including extortion, fraud, and violence connected to what authorities have labeled the Big U enterprise. He has pled not guilty, and this thing is nowhere near finished. Big U and six co defendants are currently scheduled to face trial in February 2027. So, what should we make of these smiling prison pictures? Probably exactly what they are, a snapshot. Big U may look healthy and his people may believe he is coming home, but federal prosecutors clearly have a dramatically different a dramatically different vision of his immediate future. The battle will ultimately happen in court and not on the internet. All right. So that's that on that, honey. Oh, I only showed y'all two pictures. He had another one in here. Hold on. This is the third picture. Wait, he giving you a side profile, honey. Work. Look, he been working out. You can tell.
Oh
Al,
well, I mean, what else can you do?
you can allegedly hire some inmates to go and kill him.
You know
We
what?
here at Auntie Derek's Daytime Tea love and respect.
You know
Allegedly.
what?
Well, that is that on that. I was sure because I do remember us talking about him trying to intimidate that witness while in jail, and he was being investigated for that. So I will
I
certainly
mean,
follow this.
child, when you want to be a boss, the bosses pay the cost.
So, shout out to Selena Johnson. Guess what? Well, that is that on that. Now let's talk about Wendell Smallwood Jr. This is actually sad. So he used to do sports. He's currently in federal prison for scamming like the COVID-19 funds, but they're actually letting him out. They're giving him an early release from prison so he can go and see his daughter, who is unfortunately dying from cancer at 8 years old. So you all should see I've just shared here by WCVB, former NFL running back granted early release from prison to see dying 8-year-old daughter. So former NFL running back Wendell Smallwood Jr. was granted an early release from prison so that he could be with his 8-year-old daughter who is dying of cancer. Smallwood's 8-year-old daughter, Mila, was diagnosed with, and I'm going to mispronounce this, I'm sure, but diffuse anaplastic Wilms tumor, a rare form of childhood cancer earlier this year. And doctors say she may only have days or weeks to live, the news journal reported. Smallwood was convicted of a COVID-19 related fraud scheme in September. He was serving an 18-month prison sentence after pleading guilty to charges of felony wire fraud, conspiracy, and tax fraud. He was also sentenced to 3 years in prison after pleading guilty in March to unlawful possession of an assault firearm in New Jersey. The two cases are unrelated. On August 7, a Gloucester County Superior Court judge withdrew Smallwood's guilty plea due to his daughter's illness, his federal prison record, and participation in rehabilitation programs, according to the News Journal. Smallwood could be released as early as Monday. Smallwood was a running back for the NFL for 6 seasons between 2016 and 2022, playing for the Philadelphia Eagles, Pittsburgh Steelers, and Washington Commanders. So that's that on that. I mean, yay, he gets to get out early, but damn, because of those circumstances, good Lord. Well, that is that on that, honey. Oh, I hate that. I really do. And, oh, girl, Taylor Swift, honey. Taylor Swift is telling the White House, don't play with her. Don't play with me and my music. I'm sick of y'all. And you should see where it says here by way of Us Weekly. Taylor Swift has her music removed from multiple TikTok videos posted by President Donald Trump's team. So let's get into it, honey. So Taylor Swift seemingly had her music removed from multiple TikTok videos posted by President Donald Trump's social media team. On Wednesday, August 12th, the White House used Swift's 2021 track, I Bet You Think About Me, over footage of Trump, who's 80, speaking to supporters. A caption referenced the song's lyrics with the White House writing, "We know you think about us." However, as of late Wednesday, the TikTok video is now muted and features an on screen caption announcing that the sound isn't available. This incident comes on the heels of the Team Trump TikTok account using Swift's August in a campaign video on Saturday, August 8th, along with the caption, "I'm sure Taylor Swift is going to be super excited we use her song." Hours later, August was replaced by other music after an on screen message explained that the copyright owner hasn't made this sound available in your country. Rolling Stone reported that Swift, who's 36, also recently quietly had her music removed from older TikTok videos posted by the president's social media team. Us has reached out to representatives for Swift and the White House for comment. The White House routinely uses popular music in its social media videos without consulting the artist. Katy Perry, Kesha, and Ariana Grande have all condemned the White House this year for using their songs in social media content glorifying Trump's divisive immigration policy and the war in Iran. In October 2025, the White House admitted to intentionally antagonizing artists to generate more views for its social media content. At the time, there was outrage among Swift's fans when the official White House TikTok account posted a video based on the singer songwriter's number one hit, The Fate of Ophelia. "We made this video because we knew fake news media brands would breathlessly amplify them," a White House spokesperson told us at the time. "Congrats, you got played." More recently, Trump mocks Swift's wedding to Kansas City Chiefs star Travis Kelsey on July 4th, before insisting during a July 6th press conference that he is more influential than Swift on TikTok. It was announced 2 days ago. The new numbers just came out. You know who the number one person on TikTok is by far? Trump. Me. I'm number one. Trump announced without citing his source. Like Taylor Swift was number 11, and I'm number one in TikTok by far. Swift has largely stayed away from directly engaging with Trump's attacks, though she did endorse his 2024 presidential opponent, former Vice President Kamala Harris. So I'm just going to end it there because that was pretty much the story. She said, "Stop playing with me and my music." Mm-mm. And then she went back to the older video. She's like, any video that this motherfucker got of my song, get it removed.
Because she was busy getting her little wedding going, and everybody just knew she was gonna be conservative. She was gonna go and be a Trump person because she was marrying. Oh God, good for
And
her.
it's Travis Kelsey. I don't remember. Is he a Trump supporter? I don't
His
remember.
brother, I think.
Okay.
And he's kind of been a little ambiguous about it.
Mhm.
But so then everybody was like, well, she's gonna totally, you know, be a Trump person because blah blah blah, yada yada yada. So she
No.
said, no, no, no.
She actually back in 2024 when she endorsed Kamala, she actually got a bunch of major brownie points from me, honey. I usually don't like to give white people too much for doing the bare minimum, but Taylor with her platform, this girl, I hate to say it, but she single-handedly she made a lot of white people be into Nicki Minaj when she tweeted about super bass back in the day. So, like, she has the platform, and she has the following, and they pretty much like take her and her advice very seriously. So her endorsing Kamala on her using her platform to endorse Kamala, that was really because she didn't have to do that. She could have reveled in her white privilege, and she chose not to. So she chose to use that white privilege for good.
Yeah, and she has been, and it was just funny when she got with Travis. Everybody was like, yeah, she gonna switch up and blah blah blah, and I
I
was
guess if
like,
I
well, let
had to
me
choose,
see if she do it. I said,
yeah,
because she is a white girl, so we shall see. But
if I had to choose the lesser of two evils, I guess I would prefer Travis Kelsey over that Maddie Hill. Yeah, I
or
guess.
the other dude she was with.
Hmm.
I don't even know. I don't keep up with her men's. I mean, that's weird, but
Oh yeah, you got to keep up with him, girl. She writes about him. Let me say.
I know. Well, I don't listen to her music, so
I know because I remember when I told you, I was like, I like the fate of Ophelia, y'all. This girl is using Shakespeare, honey. She's using Shakespeare references in a song, and y'all was like, good for her.
like what? Okay, that's cute. I
That's cute
guess.
for her. Hi,
Ah,
Priyanka, welcome. Well, that is that on that. Well, speaking of another white girl who we love, Nicole Kidman, and honey, she's actually doing something that she really has not done before. She's talking about her marriage to Tom Cruise. Remember, she don't really do that too much. But you all should see. I've just shared here about by way of TMZ. Nicole Kidman says she was warned not to marry Tom Cruise. Bitch, girl, let's get.
Look,
They said,
look,
let.
and I know why she didn't talk about. She left trauma and she had to work through that. But now that she done went through Keith, it probably healed her from Tom somehow. I don't know, cause yeah, that was traumatic. She lost her kids that she adopted with them. They sided with that crazy man,
Mm-hmm.
and they left her for dead. She been
Yep.
through a lot.
And still going through a lot, and still at the end of the day chooses to be a real ass bitch. When I say they can never make me hate Nicole Kidman, honey.
No, I mean if she do something crazy like a true white woman crazy thing, that's different. But so far she has been solid, 10 toes down.
And yeah, is she? Oh, she's Australian, right? She's not from New Zealand, right? She's
No,
Australian, I
she's
think.
Australian. Yeah.
Okay.
Uh-huh.
Yep. Work.
Correct, Mundo.
Well, this starts off. Nicole Kidman says her marriage to Tom Cruise felt natural at the time, despite being warned not to go through with it. And she was fine throwing her career away as long as it meant she could have him. The actress made some rare comments about her decade long marriage to the A-lister in a new issue of British Vogue, saying their union didn't feel forced. It seemed completely natural because the two were madly in love. Nicole says people told her marrying Tom wasn't a good move for her career because she would only be seen as his wife, which she says honestly didn't bother her. She explained, I'm like, so what? I wasn't meant to marry the man I love. Of course, I'll throw my career away. I don't care. Nicole also said she felt comfortable at events like fashion shows and red carpets because she married such a massive star when she was just 23. They got hitched on Christmas Eve in 1990 when she was 23 and he was 28. Over the years, Nicole hasn't talked much about her marriage to Tom, which ended in 2001, explaining in 2018 that it felt disrespectful to Keith Urban to do so. Obviously, that's not a concern she has anymore. In January, she finalized her divorce from Keith. These days, instead of quiet nights in with a husband, Nicole says she's taking up a new hobby, partying the night away at raves in Ibiza. I know that's right, bitch. You better put on your little black dress and get out there, girl. Ah, yes. Or red, because she loves her some red. But girl, yeah, so that was pretty much so. She was like, I don't really talk about Tom because it would be disrespectful to Keith to do so. And that's that on it. Yeah, she never really talked about his ass. Never. She
I
pretty
think
much.
that and that worked out for her. I think it really did. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because what's the point? I mean, and I think it was also very because she wasn't with Keith right away after. So I mean, yeah, that was pretty crazy time.
Yeah. Nicole, baby, you keep talking, honey, because we gonna keep listening. I want no. I need somebody to ask her. Like, did she throw shade at Hugh? Why didn't y'all ask her that? British Vogue. I know y'all read the news just like I do. Ask her, did she really throw shade at Hugh Jackman?
That's
Well,
funny.
that is that on that. Let's get. So if you're an abuser, this is probably your favorite Canadian here, Tory Lanez. We got an
Oh,
update on his case. Remember the lawsuit he was trying to file against the prison system and everybody because of not keeping him safe while he was whatever.
well, I knew that wasn't gonna go through because then that would let everybody be able to sue for not
Yep.
keeping them safe.
Yes, indeed, honey. Well, he's actually trying to make changes to this. And you should see I have this another tweet here by way of Document Team. Shout out to them. But this starts court update. Tory Lanez will not oppose the California Department of Corrections and Rehabilitation's motion seeking its dismissal from his federal lawsuit, but he says he intends to amend his complaint and continue pursuing his claims. On August 12, 2026, Daystar Peterson, professionally known as Tory Lanez, filed his response to CDCR's motion to dismiss in the U.S. District Court for the Central District of California. Peterson states that he does not dispute that CDCR, as a state agency, should be dismissed from the lawsuit. However, rather than fight CDCR's dismissal, Peterson says he intends to exercise his right under Federal Rule of Civil Procedure 15 to file his first amended complaint. According to Peterson, CDCR filed its Rule 12B motion on July 29, giving him until August 19, 2026 to amend his complaint as a matter of course. Peterson's lawsuit stems from the May 12, 2025 prison attack in which he alleges he was seriously injured by another inmate while housed at California Correctional Institution. In the new filing, Peterson maintains that he continues to suffer injury stemming from the attack and alleges that CDCR policies and procedures are relevant to determine whether he should have been housed near his alleged assailant and whether he should have been considered vulnerable. He also continues to allege that correctional staff delayed their response to the attack, pointing to a publicly released video of the incident. Peterson further states that he has recently been denied medical care and faced retaliation, allegations he previously raised in his request for a protective order. So, while Peterson is agreeing that CDCR itself should be dismissed as a defendant, he is not abandoning the lawsuit. Instead, he is asking that CDCR be dismissed while he moves forward with an amended complaint concerning his remaining claims and defendants. Peterson says he intends to file that amended complaint no later than August 19, 2026. And they have where you can see the full document below. Oh, girl, that mugshot, honey. Mm. Oh, girl, get it out of here. Well, that's that on that, honey. Stupid. Stupid. That's all I got. Stupid. Girl, remember we talked not too long ago about Carrot Top and some allegations he had? Girl, well, that lawsuit has been refiled, bitch. And let's get into it. So I have this article here from Radar Online. And you should see where it said it's an exclusive. Carrot Top faces legal blow as singer refiles lawsuit accusing comic of serving alcohol to underage male and sexual misconduct. Girl, let's get into it. Carrot Top's former friend, Billboard chart singer Brian Evans, has refiled his lawsuit against the comedian in Florida State Court and is pointing to a separate case involving allegations that the 90s star served alcohol to an underage male in a case that also included sexual misconduct allegations, Radar Online can reveal. New court documents obtained by Radar. Evans filed the complaint against Carrot Top, whose real name is Scott Thompson, in Broward County Circuit Court on August 6th after previously pursuing the dispute in federal court. The new filing shifts the dispute from federal to state court. In a striking section of the new filing, Evans cited a separate case involving Zachary DeFazio and Carrot Top as what he describes as evidence of a pattern of behavior. Evans alleged that the matter involved Carrot Top serving alcohol to an underage male and included allegations of sexual misconduct. Radar has not independently verified those allegations. Evans is also continuing his fight to avoid a 2024 settlement with Carrot Top, claiming he lacked the mental capacity to knowingly enter into the agreement following severe psychological trauma from the 2023 Maui wildfires. Evans also repeated allegations previously reported by Radar involving an unsolicited, sexually explicit video he claims the comic sent him around 2022 or 2023. According to the complaint, Evans alleged Carrot Top sent him an unsolicited video depicting the chairman of the board engaged in oral sex with a male Evans believed appeared significantly younger than Carrot Top. Evans claimed he was disturbed by the video, immediately deleted it from his phone, and later discovered it had been preserved in his iCloud account. He alleged the incident destroyed his trust in Carrot Top and changed what he believed had been a genuine friendship and professional relationship. Evans also claimed Carrot Top discussed helping him with future entertainment projects, performances, and productions, including a project called The Funny Robbers and a country song. The filing alleged those representations played a role in Evans' decision to resolve their dispute and enter into a 2024 settlement, but that the promised opportunities never materialized. Evans claims he would have not agreed to the settlement had he fully understood its long-term legal consequences. Evans also alleged that a stipulation of dismissal signed during the settlement process contained no case caption, court designation, or case number when it was executed. He claimed the document was later used by people who were not parties to the agreement in unrelated litigation, resulting in additional legal expenses, emotional distress, and reputational harm. Evans is suing for declaratory judgment and rescission, fraudulent inducement, and intentional infliction of emotional distress. He is seeking compensatory and punitive damages, court costs, and a jury trial. Ooh, child. Mm-mm-mm.
Well, I learned that I didn't know he was gay. Okay, well,
Mm-hmm.
geez, I hope you're not a little predator.
Yeah. So according to Brian Evans, honey, he most certainly is, and he was sucking some young penaling and sent me a video about it, like
That's
unsolicited at
wild.
that.
Wild. But you know what? Very characteristic of men. Men always send something that ain't solicited. I didn't ask for that. Why are you sending it? Why? No one said send that to me. What y'all doing?
Exactly.
I'm telling. There's nothing that has. Men are the weakest link. Every day y'all prove that y'all be the weakest link.
I can't even argue. I mean, look at the material.
I mean, cis, heteros, gay, whatever. Men in general are the
Men in
weakest
general,
link.
including trans men, because honey, if you listen to trans women, they'll be like, and they're evil. The trans
Baby, that little penis got a mind of its own. It's like, take a picture of me. Take a picture. Go ahead.
Mhm.
Send it.
Send a picture.
Send it. She gonna want to see
I
that.
don't know what it. Yeah, like what is it that
Mm,
the drive in men to be sexual is so strong, it
every
overrides their common sense. It
every
really
second of the
does.
day. Every
Yes,
second of the day. Y'all don't think about nothing else. I mean, there's a lot going on in the world.
a lot of them
That's all
don't.
y'all think about.
That's all they think about. They'll turn a simple sentence into a sexual innuendo in a minute. Like,
I mean, even to pause. I'm like, this is English language. Why are y'all pausing words that we've been saying our whole lives? Like, why are we doing this? No one is thinking it's sexual except for y'all.
it's
Weirdos.
it's a turnoff for most women, and this is what the disconnect is. They
Mm-hmm.
don't
Mm-hmm.
seem to recognize
Don't
that they
care.
turn, either they don't care or they don't even, like, their minds are so sexualized they don't
Mm-hmm.
receive it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
you go out
Oh,
on a
she
date,
want
you're
it.
trying to meet somebody and get to know them, and you start asking them about sexual content, or
Because they
oh,
trying
you
to
look
hit
good.
the first night.
I can see you in my in my bed, and we talking about so what are some of the things you like to do, that kind of shit, like that
They
is
don't
such
care.
a turn off. You
Look.
men got no charisma, no riz, as they say. You got no
Mm,
charisma. You don't know
no.
how to finesse and talk to a woman. A lot of women would give it to you if you know how to approach them. And
Mm-hmm.
even if that's all you want, a lot of women already know that. Because sometimes that's
Mm-hmm.
what they want to do too. But they don't want to be treated like a fucking prostitute, or just like some,
A piece of meat.
like ain't nothing but above the waist, just a piece of meat, that you
Yeah.
bed and don't never call no more. You got to have a little finesse. I don't mean you got to spend a lot of money and take them to the mall and some of the stuff that women require. You don't have to do all that. You just have to treat a
Have a
person with
fucking personality.
personality. Yeah, just treat a person like you want to be treated. Like, what the fuck?
The bare
If
min,
you
the basic of basic to
the
have a
basic,
fucking personality.
thank you. Just talk to people,
Jesus.
nicely, and you'll get what you want a lot of the times without having to go through a whole lot of bullshit and
Look,
lying and all the shit y'all do.
they
You
don't
just
get it.
turn off the top tier women just right away, just with the bullshit.
But they even do it
Ugh.
in their marriages. Like, I was watching this video. This woman said she'll never live with another man again. He, her husband, she wore this nightgown. Now they see each other night in and out. You can't wear sexy lingerie. Who is wearing that every night? Nobody. I'm tired. Let me put on my something that makes me comfortable. My desire ain't to turn you on every second of the day. Y'all got to,
Do he have on sexy lingerie?
no, they
Do
don't. They
he have
never
on skunk
do. They
boxers and
never do.
a
No,
He got
you
on
don't
cigarette
even
drawers
burner?
work
that have
out.
skid marks and holes in them.
Like washed up and smelling good. Do you
No,
have all that on?
no, no, they don't. They don't. But it's always on us to. I'm tired. I want to lay. I want to be comfortable and lay down.
Comfortable.
Oh,
Yes.
what you got on? Quit fucking asking those dumb ass questions. I got on clothes. Are you wearing a what bra you wearing? Why? I'm wearing. I have to wear. If I didn't, if
Mhm.
Lord knows, I wish I didn't have to wear a bra. I don't care. Mm-mm.
It's too
Leave me
much.
alone.
It's too much. It's
It
like it
is too much.
overrules everything about y'all. Like, ugh.
That
I've
is their
known a man
personality.
like that in my life, and it's baby. It was tiring. It was fucking exhausting.
Yes, because that's you work all
Exhausting.
day, then you gotta come home and work some more and complete. I'm not doing all of that. I'm not.
And
I'm
then
not.
you got to cook and clean while they sit back all satisfied and tired because they didn't have an orgasm. But your life and your work has to continue. Like, it's not a shared
Mm-mm.
work. You give them what
Look,
they want, and then they chill while you doing all the rest. Mm-mm.
and that's why there is an overwhelming movement of women who are divesting from
Yep.
men because
Yep.
y'all are exhausting. And guess what?
Exhausted.
We ain't standing in the paint and taking it like the grannies and the great grannies. Because guess what? We don't need y'all to have a roof over our head. We got our
Mm.
own bank accounts and we working. And we ain't got to put up with that bullshit. That's why.
And
That's
we
why.
can get a baby if we want one. If you want one,
Look,
it's easy to
I
get
don't.
one.
I wouldn't
you
recommend it
know.
to. I wouldn't recommend
No,
it,
I'm just
ladies.
saying
Just
that if
mind your business.
you want that, you can get that
Yeah,
too.
you
But we don't.
can.
Yeah, you don't need to be married and dealing with a man every day. Y'all just
Oh,
make it so damn hard,
look,
so
more and
hard.
more videos of women talking about divesting. I mean, I was watching
Young women,
a
young women.
video of it was something Oprah did on her podcast recently, um, about women quietly leaving their marriages, but still being married. Because y'all are the problem. Men are the problem, and they just don't get it. Y'all are not emotionally evolved. Y'all not doing nothing but just ask, ask, ask. I won't, I won't. And y'all ain't giving back. And women are sick of it. Hmm. Hmm. Y'all gonna be out here dying by yourself.
Yes, yes, we are.
You gonna spend the rest of your life. No, we have community. I'm not gonna be by myself. And guess what? There's a lot of toys on the market that cover you from the Rudy to the Tootie. I
And
don't need to.
if there ain't nothing wrong with being by yourself. A lot of people like their own company.
I
Mhm.
do.
Everybody's not lonely. Some people
Mm-mm.
love being alone, so that's
I
not gonna
love
fly
my
anymore
company.
either. Oh, you
I
gonna be an
love my
old cat
company.
lady? Oh, okay. Cats
Okay.
are
Yeah, I
cool.
like cats. Guess what?
Me too.
I don't like cats for real, for real. I'm the dog lady.
Yeah,
I'll
that's
be the dog
okay.
lady.
I'll be a cat
Yeah.
lady, dog
Really,
I'm the
lady,
plant.
whatever.
and that's
I'm the
always
plant
this
lady.
projection for from the male community towards the women because they are actually going to end up the ones that are lonely and sad because and you kind of see it to that like just when you look at the elders like of an elderly couple and usually unfortunately if the wife dies first they tend to
Uh,
leave that man like
well,
okay
either he's getting him a woman right away,
mm-hmm. So
or they die too.
yeah. So I truly hope, and I'm so glad I'm seeing this, generations of women, like even the older ones, honey, they are just,
Hmm.
"Look, we ain't with this shit. Let's yeah, fuck it." Look, Martha Stewart just came out. Fuck that, honey. If he ain't young with a dingling, don't even bring him over here. And that's all I want him for, allegedly.
Look, videos nonstop of women talking about it, and women and men going, "Oh, this one woman said, she went to a dinner party." And with some friends, and I guess the friend's husband was like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I don't have someone here, or there's no one dating of your age to whatever." She was like, "I don't need that. What you talking about?" Me and my girls is planning a trip to Brazil. What you fucking talking about? Something about the dating pool. Man, y'all, y'all got to move up ahead because y'all behind. We're not looking for y'all's company. A lot of us ain't.
A lot, and a lot more are joining the ranks. Young women, not women
Yeah.
who are up in age necessarily. A lot of young women is tired of y'all shit too. You know,
Hmm.
it's we're
That
definitely growing
misogyny ain't
apart.
getting y'all nowhere. That
No,
misogyny ain't getting y'all nowhere. That patriarch
mm-mm.
mentality is getting
Mm-mm.
y'all by yourselves.
Nobody say you gotta say it, tell a woman you love her and all that. Just treat people with respect. That's all you gotta do. Don't lie. And some women are not gonna care if you got other girlfriends, and some women are gonna care. But see, y'all want to conquer. Y'all want to get those women and use them and leave them with a baby and all kind of bullshit. Y'all be thinking, this is turning women off. It really is. The days of monogamy, eh, that's a social construct. You don't have to be monogamous. A lot of countries, different countries, they're not monogamous. That's something that society gave us. Things are changed. Everything changes. Some people want the marriage and the house and the picket fence. Everybody don't want that. They just want somebody to come over and treat them nicely. Rub each other's feet, give each other a massage, and have a nice evening, drink some wine. And if you have sex, that's fine. But just to be treated like a piece of meat, that's not it. That's not it. And a lot of women are giving up on y'all, and you just don't even see it. And then there's the others who will just be out there for you for whatever
Hmm.
reason. But for the most part, there's a lot of women that have given up on dating.
Hmm. I and one lady told a story about her parents. Her dad didn't realize for a year that the mother had not been talking to him. It took him a whole year. She basically relayed messages through the children. Didn't talk to him for a year. And it was after a year he was like, is something wrong? See? That'd be our fucking
Uh,
problem. Uh,
a whole year.
a whole year. That's what she said. And it didn't dawn on him. He didn't even realize it. Didn't even figure it out.
Even though no, that's crazy.
That is crazy.
That's manhood.
Well, y'all
They
y'all
in the
keep it.
same house. Look, in the same house. Didn't realize that all the things to communicate with him was through the children. And after a year, oh, is something wrong? Jesus.
Crazy, crazy. And I'm gonna tell you, I'm in the ranks. I'm in the ranks
Hmm.
that don't want no man. Fuck a man.
Hmm. I'm right there with you, too. I'm right there with you. Let me tell you, I'm telling y'all, and I'm not lying. I'm at my last little bit of if this go
You
away.
standing right at the finish line. You standing at the finish line, sis?
Let me tell you,
You finna
if
cross
it
over.
fall, if it falls, I'm done. So and I'm to look here. And I don't feel no ways about it. I ain't sad about it. I'm actually
Mm-mm.
excited.
Mm-hmm. Been living a good life, honey. All
Yeah.
by my lonesome.
Okay. And happy and at peace.
At
You deal with the
peace.
problems that is your problems, and that's it. Ain't nobody looking at you, expecting you to do something, do this, do that.
Hmm.
Men love to push the emotional labor of things onto women, no matter what they doing.
Ain't dealing with nobody's children. Where I put something, when I go back, it's still in that same spot. Ain't
Food is
nobody
still
touched it.
there.
Yup. If I don't want to cook, I don't.
Look here, look here. I got 5 more years left of worrying about what somebody else got to eat. I got 5 more years of that. And when I
You
tell
think you
you,
got 5 more years, huh?
baby, look here. I'm you're an adult. Figure out what you're gonna eat. If I make something, sure. But it is not my responsibility to make sure you get fed, especially when you're an adult. You know how to eat. You
Mhm,
know how
that's
to
my
get
mama
food.
said, honey, and look, I'm 40 now, and I don't give a damn. "Hey, girl, what you got?"
Okay, well that's different. And honestly, I
They
really
handle it.
am. I'm tired of trying to figure it out. I like to just figure out what I'm gonna eat what I like,
Mhm.
not what else or
Yeah.
somebody else gotta like. I don't like this and I don't like that. And if I just want to eat some ramen noodles, that's all I gotta worry about. You got a job, go fix your own food, do whatever. And if I do get a wild hair and cook, you are more than welcome to eat. But it is not my no longer government obligation to make sure you eat.
Mhm, that's absolutely right. However, for what's the word I'm looking for personal obligations, let me say.
Yeah, well, this is gonna be a personal fucking problem for you if you wait on me. Shit. Because I'm
I know
barely
that's
holding on
right.
now. I'm barely holding on now. Oh, you want to stay tonight? Yes, perfect. Go. Now I don't have to worry about what you finna eat tonight. And I can just order my Indian food or my Mediterranean food that I like, and I'm gonna eat that and be fine.
Yes, honey.
Look, and I was 33 years taking care of just me. I missed that a little bit. I just worried about what I was doing. Now, mind you, I could eat what I wanted, when I wanted, how I wanted, if I wanted to cook, if I didn't want to cook. I missed that part of it.
Mhm, I can't wait till his first year of college. Like, "Wait a minute, little you is grown. Where's you asking me for money for food for?"
Look, I will, hey, I'll give you the money. You want some money for food? Because guess what? My plans are to be international. Do you hear me?
I know that's right.
Internationally in these streets. So, baby, you off to college. You need here. Spend your money wisely. I done told you how to cook, how to shop. I done gave you the tools. Mommy loves you. But I'm out here in these streets.
I'm going to Spain. I see you.
Yes,
Call me if you
you
need
always
something.
have a home. There'll be a place for you to go. Now, will I be there necessarily? No, you may need
Yeah.
to fly out the country and meet your mama because I'm in these streets. Okay.
Honey, well, speaking of people who was in the streets, honey, word on the curb is Ryan Lochte was in them
Who?
streets, honey, sleeping with his ex's friend, honey. And
Wait.
I imagine that this story is actually gonna cause a big mess. I can't prove this because I think the last time that we talked about them, I do believe that one of the stipulations of their settlement, of their divorce settlement, was for them. I can't remember if it was for them to not talk about the kids on social media or not to talk about them, but she's talking about both. So I feel like this is going to cause
What? Wait. The one that they ran the new girlfriend and him out of the town?
mhm. And
Huh?
you should see where it said, well, yep, the one who was doing the running. You should see where it says here by way of TMZ, Ryan Lochte's ex Kayla claims his fiance dated him behind her back, and she denies it. Mm-mm. Well, let's get into it, honey. Ryan Lochte's ex-wife Kayla Reed is opening up about a painful part of their divorce when she discovered a friend was allegedly seeing the Olympic swimmer behind her back.
Mm,
Kayla, who filed for divorce from Ryan in March 2025, tells people she discovered Ryan's now fiance, Molly Gillihan, was both comforting her amid their split, but also secretly seeing Ryan, though Ryan and Molly dispute the timeline. Ryan's ex wife filed to end their marriage on March 26, 2025, and Ryan and Molly's anniversary is April 9, just a 2 week gap. Kayla admits she was never best friends with Molly, but says they ran in the same social circles in Gainesville, Florida, and exchanged invites to social gatherings. Kayla said she even helped Molly with plans to open a children's cafe. Plus, she claims she confided in Molly about the demise of her marriage to Ryan in a 90-minute phone call. The real estate agent says it's quite sick to think about, claiming Molly was encouraging her after she filed for divorce, allegedly telling her that I will find an amazing man and complimenting how beautiful and lucky I was and how he, Lochte, was a coward and how I deserve so much better. And by the way, there was history between Ryan and Molly. She admitted to people the former Olympian contacted her back in 2019, but said she rejected him and made it clear she was not interested in a married man. She said their relationship did not start until after Ryan and Kayla's romance was over. Kayla claims Molly began asking around about the status of her and Ryan's relationship in early 2025, though allegedly no one knew they were having issues. Meanwhile, Ryan has owned up to the vows he broke during his marriage to Kayla, telling people he did struggle with substance abuse and infidelity during their marriage. He stated, I wasn't ready to be a husband or the man my family deserved at that point in my life. Ryan's ready for another shot at marriage. He proposed to Molly in June of this year, and his divorce from Kayla was finalized in early July. Ryan and Molly recently relocated to Missouri, where he coaches college swimming, while Kayla lives in Florida with their three kids. TMZ previously reported Kayla does not agree with Ryan's move, saying it negatively impacts their kids. Kayla is rebuilding her life, she tells people, and Molly says she is focused on building a happy future with Ryan and all of their kids. Mm-mm.
Girl. Oh, so now y'all wasn't friends no more. It was just y'all was associates. Woo! Women are girl. You know a leopard don't change her spots, right?
And I believe every word that Kayla is saying, honey. And that because Libra Queen was actually the one who kind of woke that up for me. It was like, when it comes to small towns and stuff like that and games,
Oh
and this
yeah.
this sounds just like that. But she is well connected. They were cool at first. I mean, they weren't besties, but they were cool. I imagine you cool with somebody if you talking to her for 90 minutes over the phone about your marriage. The whole time that girl was getting information, honey.
Oh, so y'all didn't say y'all was besties, but y'all was friends. Girl,
Mhm.
either way, you was friends with the girl. Oh, child. Yeah, I would have ran your ass up out of there too. Girl,
Gave
you
your
gonna get
ass a
your ass
hard
whooped
time.
every day.
Set up shop somewhere else, bitch. Because if you stay here, honey, me and my girls, we gonna ruin you. Damn right.
Okay. And that's girl, he's not. You what's the was it Chelsea? What the song she did? I never thought the leopard would eat my face.
Mhm.
She'll find out soon enough.
She actually
I
just
don't
I
know.
saw a video where her and Jesse Wu did a
Boo, yes, I sent it to you. Did I send it to you?
I think you did. Yeah, either you sent it to me or I saw it, but I definitely saw it on Facebook. And
Mm-hmm.
we all know Jesse Wu can sing her ass off. So
Mm-hmm. But because the Haitians, our Haitian brethren, coon brethren, whoo, that was not a good look, sir. You should have got on TV and said that. Oh, Lord. Ah, Lord.
mhm.
They had to do a Haitian patois version of I never thought the leopards would eat my face. My God. Mm.
Mhm. And you know what tells me? What else tells me that? I was just thinking about what the other things that Kayla was saying that makes me think that this is true. That 2 week gap.
Mm.
They go official
Yeah,
like 2 weeks after they, girl, bye. You ain't telling me nothing.
exactly. I didn't realize from the first time we talked about the story that the girls were friends or, associates or whatever. Nasty work.
Ryan, you was a messy bitch, honey. That was
Well,
messy
he
as fuck.
been a messy bitch. He was crazy when he was in the Olympics. I remember all his antics. He was such a ugh.
Of all the girls, this is what I don't understand. Of all the girls that you can cheat with, you want to cheat with somebody's friend
They
or
lazy. Yeah, because they lazy.
Mm, 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 mm.
They lazy.
Yeah.
Hmm. That was low
Well,
hanging fruit, and she fell. She was you was scrubbing the ground, girl. You low hanging fruit. Mm.
speaking of more low hanging fruit, honey, Lauren Bobert's son, he has accepted a plea deal, and you all should see I've just shared here by way of TMZ. Lauren Bobert's son accepts plea deal in child abuse case. I'm actually gonna share my screen while I'm reading because it's not every day we get to see a white boy with a mug shot. So, you know, go play the lottery again, honey, because we don't see this often. Look at that. Look at that, honey. He look crazy. Oh, girl, look at that. Mm-mm. Well, Lauren Boebert's son, Tyler Boebert, accepted a plea deal from prosecutors in his child abuse case that could end up with him serving some jail time, TMZ has learned. According to court docs obtained by TMZ, the Weld County District Attorney's Office offered a deal in which Tyler would plead guilty to the charges of child abuse negligence without injury. The district attorney said it suggested the court sentence Tyler to a cap of 30 days in jail and 12 months supervised probation. The prosecutors also want him to complete a parenting program. As TMZ previously reported, Tyler was charged with child abuse negligence without injury after authorities say his baby was found wandering around the neighborhood in July 2025. Months later, prosecutors claim there was a second incident that occurred 1 month before the July 2025 incident. The docs state the baby was unattended and wandering around in just a diaper while under Tyler's care before a neighbor spotted the kid. Before the news of the second alleged incident, Rep. Boebert defended her son publicly, saying Tyler has been doing a great job getting his life on track as a father and citizen over the past year. Rep. Boebert added, unfortunately, this event stems from a miscommunication on monitoring my young grandson that recently led to him getting out of our house. As TMZ first reported, Tyler was arrested this weekend on charges of child sexual exploitation. According to law enforcement, the charges stem from a video he filmed when he was 18 with his then girlfriend, who was weeks away from turning 18. She apparently contacted police after the tape leaked to third parties. Mm-mm. Child.
Meanwhile, Lauren Boebert, he get it from his mama because Lauren Boebert was trying to leak them pictures from the hearing with Hillary Clinton. Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Uh-huh. Apple don't fall too far from the tree. He learned from you, girl.
Indeed. With his
Mm-hmm.
crazy looking hair.
Mm-hmm.
Mm. Well, that is that on that. When we get more information about the other case that he or does this oh yeah, because I thought I initially thought when I started before I started reading this, it was about the recent child abuse case. So that one's not done yet. So I'll get more information about that once they have it available. Um, this next story, I won't spend too much time on it. I just don't. This is a red flag for me. Well, Billy Ray Cyrus in himself is a red flag. But y'all remember how we read some time ago? I think it was like either the beginning of this year or late last year. We learned that Elizabeth Hurley was dating Billy Ray Cyrus. And what we also know about Elizabeth Hurley that she has a really really close relationship with her son Damien. Well, Radar Online reports, you all should see it here. Damien Hurley feels sidelined by mom's Elizabeth's romance. So let's get into it. Unlikely lovebirds, Elizabeth Hurley and Billy Ray Cyrus prefer nesting at home alone, and Radar Online can reveal that's ruffled her lookalike son, Damien Hurley's feathers. The 61-year-old beauty gushed its blitz spending time with Cyrus, whether at his Tennessee farm or her UK country house, leaving Damien out in the cold. Damien and Billy Ray get along perfectly fine. They've both made a big effort because they know that's what Liz wants, but they aren't especially close, shared an insider. It's pretty obvious Billy Ray would rather have Liz all to himself, and that's a big adjustment for Damien. He's used to having his mom's attention all the time. They used to be joined at the hip, and now he's essentially become a third wheel, which is pretty tough. He's happy that his mom is happy, but at the same time, he does miss the way things are, or the way things were. Billy Ray's famous daughter, Miley Cyrus, isn't thrilled with the couple either. As Radar Online has reported, she's not inviting Liz to her upcoming wedding to Max Morondo to avoid upsetting her mom, Tish Cyrus, who's still upset about Billy Ray's infidelities during their marriage. Liz has been linked to the Achy Breaky Heart singer since April 2025 and said they only make brief forays into Nashville and London. We both love the countryside, she revealed. We obsessively watch birds of prey and light lots of bonfires. It's bliss. An insider added, Billy Ray is all consuming, and that doesn't leave a lot of room for anyone else in Liz's life, even her son. It's not that Damien isn't welcome because he absolutely is, but the days of it just being him and Liz are over. with Billy Ray monopolizing his mom, 24-year-old Damien, an actor and model whose father is the late Steve Bing, has been spending time with Liz's ex-husband, Indian businessman Arun Nayar. He recently posted a photo on Instagram of the two embracing and sporting matching swim trunks. A source added, Arun helped raise Damien, and Damien considers him his father. So he's become a huge source of comfort while Damien adjusts to this new dynamic. See, I don't like this because the way that the reason I don't like because they're trying to make it seem as if the son is just acting like unreasonably. Um, no, he spots some narcissist who's trying to steal his and who's trying to isolate his mama. That's what he said. That's what I think is happening. I could be wrong, but we've seen too much about Billy Ray that shows us that he's not that good of a person. So that is that on that, honey. I will watch to see if anything else comes of this and update y'all. Girl, so are y'all familiar with the actor Michael Shannon? I know him from he plays Zod in the Man of Steel movies. He's that really white. He's very talented, a very talented actor, but he has like really really scary eyes. Well, anyway, Michael Shannon just got married, bitch. Like, didn't nobody even know he was engaged. And you all should see, I have just shared here by way of TMZ. Michael Shannon is married again with photographer Christy Bush. Girl, so let's get into it. Michael Shannon is a married man again, tying the knot with photographer Christy Bush in Georgia. The actor and Bush got hitched in Athens earlier this month after obtaining a marriage license July 27, according to page 6. The outlet reports the ceremony took place in Christie's hometown with famous friends and other entertainment industry figures reportedly in attendance. It's unclear when Michael and Christie began dating or got engaged, though they have been spotted together several times over the past year. The couple visited Georgia's Passaquan Art Compound in October 2025. The marriage comes after Michael quietly divorced his first wife, actress Kate Arrington, in 2022. Michael and Kate began dating in 2002 after meeting through Chicago's theater scene. They welcomed daughter Sylvia in 2008 and Marion in 2014 before marrying in 2017. Christie was previously married to Interpol drummer Sam Fogarino, who she shares a daughter with. And then they end with congrats to the happy couple. Yeah, congrats. That's that on that. All right. And our next story. Uh Matt Bellamy. So he is the ex-husband of Kate Hudson. So I think they were married. Him and Kate were married in no, they were I don't think him and Kate ever got married. They were engaged until they broke up in 2024, but he ended up marrying another woman and baby another woman named Elle who he just filed from divorce from, honey. And you all should see I have just shared here by way of TMZ. Muse frontman Matt Bellamy files for divorce from Elle Evans and wants sole custody. Girl, so because we usually don't see too many times when it's the men filing for divorce, and it's usually the women who go file first. But he says, "I'm let me get out of here and let me take the kids with me." Well, Muse frontman Matt Bellamy is pulling the plug on his marriage to Elle Evans because he just filed for divorce. According to new legal docs obtained by TMZ, Matt beelined it to Los Angeles Superior Court on Wednesday and filed for divorce after 7 years of marriage. The exes share two children, a 6-year-old daughter and a 2-year-old son, and Matt is asking the court for sole legal and physical custody of the kids. Elle tells TMZ she will fight for custody of their kids, and Matt made the marriage so unbearable the divorce filing was a long time coming. He says they have a prenuptial agreement and wants the judge to award spousal support to Elle pursuant to the terms of their prenup. Matt and Elle tied the knot in August 2019 in Malibu. The exes announced their separation in mid 2025. He said the breakup was due to really unexpected circumstances. In his divorce filing, Matt cites irreconcilable differences as the reason for the split and says the date of separation is TBD. Matt was previously engaged to Kate Hudson until 2014, and the exes share a kid. So that's that on that, honey. So he was like, I ain't got no problem with paying her Her spousal support pursuant to the prenuptial agreement that we have. Other than that, give me my kids and let her go on about her business. Girl, I'm gonna follow this story, honey. Because I feel like this is going to get messy.
I think
Well,
it
that is
usually
that.
involves alcohol or drug abuse, or you know, to want to take kids from their mother, like it's something she's not doing, or maybe substance abuse. I mean, I don't know that that's true, but it's kind of strange, like you say, for this to be a request.
I'm with you because we usually don't see it when with the men, especially when the men trying to take like custody of the kids. But unless they trying to hurt the mom, like in some, but I don't know if that's. I'm gonna follow this story, honey. I'm sure more is gonna come out. I'm sure. Well, I have three more stories left. And this next one, we're going to talk about Selena Gomez and her mama being sued for defrauding investors. Oh, and you all should see, I've just shared here by way of TMZ. Selena Gomez and mom sued for allegedly defrauding investors as business fell apart. So let's get into it, honey. Selena Gomez and her mother, Mandy Teefee, deceived investors into pouring over $1 million into their business, while the company was secretly crumbling from within and Mandy struggled with a drug problem. This, according to a new lawsuit. TMZ obtained a lawsuit filed by two companies, Wondermine SRS 44 LLC and Bespoke Wondermine LLC, over the pop star's mental health company, Wondermine Global. The companies are suing Wondermine itself, Selena, Mandy, and their former business partner, Daniela Pearson. The companies claim Selena and her mom made false representations about the infrastructure, leadership, and resources necessary for the company to launch into a profitable platform. All to get investments from them, excuse me. The company says they invested over $1 million based on Selena making the rounds on TV shows and speaking in interviews about the business. The suit says Selena made it appear she was heavily involved, but claims she didn't do much of anything after they invested the money. The investors also claim Daniela made false representations about her past successes in the business world and the amount of money they would see on return. The company claims for 3 years, while the company quietly collapsed around them, not one of its founders, officers, or directors said a word to the investors whose money was funding the collapse. The lawsuit alleges that the investors did not learn about Wondermine's issues until The Cut published an expose in September 2025, which described the company as being in a state of utter disarray. The investors say the article outlined Mandy's alleged substance abuse disorder and her gross mismanagement of the company, along with Selena's abject dereliction of her duties to the company and her active efforts to distance herself from it due to her personal struggles with her mother. The cut also referenced how the company struggled to meet its most basic obligations, like paying vendors and employees on time. Mandy denied the substance abuse claims and that the company was a mess. She said, "It's unfortunate that a few disgruntled employees with an axe to grind can spread lies about me and distort the truth. Even more disappointing that the media is willing to amplify their lies." In the lawsuit, uh, the investor said when they confronted Mandy about the claims in the article, she tried to blame Daniela, who had already left the company. The companies are now suing for securities fraud and seeking unspecified damages, including the return of their investments and other damages. Ooh, child. Mm-mm. That is something else, honey. Well, this is another story I will follow to see what comes of this. And so millennials, I have my next story. I have some bad news, some really disappointing news that actually just broke. So, one thing about millennials, black millennials especially, babe, we don't play when it comes to Nickelodeon, and specifically some of our favorite shows like All That. And unfortunately, one of the original members has passed away. And you all should see I've just shared this story by way of TMZ. All That star, Christy Knowings, dead at only 46 years old. So let's get into it. Former All That star Christy Knowings is dead after suffering an asthma attack that left her with brain damage, TMZ has learned. A family member tells TMZ Christie was hospitalized Friday under the attack and placed on life support. We're told Christie remained on life support through Tuesday when her family made the difficult decision to take her off of it. She died Tuesday night at a Los Angeles area hospital. The actress and comedian joined Nickelodeon's All That in 1997 after appearing in And Now This, a Rosie O'Donnell sketch comedy special produced by the network. Christie spent 3 seasons on All That, playing several characters, including Penny Lane and Jessica on the recurring Whatever sketch with Amanda Bynes. She later appeared in 3 episodes of Sesame Street alongside her real life twin brother, Chris Knowings, and released the folk single To the World in 2020. Christie is the second former All That cast member to die this year. As TMZ previously reported, Kiana Underwood was killed in a hit and run collision in Brooklyn in January. Christie was only 46, and may she rest in peace. There was also an update, and it says Keenan Thompson took to Instagram to pay tribute to his fellow All That star. Oh, let me go see. I'm gonna go look at the. Let me see what Keenan has to say about this. That's so sweet.
It was so
Um,
sad.
yeah,
Boy, that asthma. Ooh.
Yeah.
yeah. Keenan said, "Man, this one hit hard. Rest well, Christy. Never could have imagined this day. Sending so much love to her family. She was a real one and one of the funniest people out there. Gonna miss you,
Hmm.
buddy. Show Christy love some love, y'all."
Yeah.
Shout out to
One of my
Keenan.
mom's best friends died like that, asthma attack, going into work, and either I think it caused a heart attack or something. Oh God. Ugh. I didn't know asthma could be so dangerous. You know what I mean? I didn't know
Mhm.
until that like actually happened in my life, and I was like, oh, it's real dangerous. So
Yeah,
sad.
it is not to play with. And this is why, like a lot of people with asthma, like when they advise them not to smoke or be around smoke. Now, when it comes to weed smokers, honey, they're gonna find a way to do whatever. But yeah, it's serious. So may she rest in
Yeah,
peace.
and people smokers, um, you know, you know how frequent the years of people being smokers and or how frequent it was no matter what you had going on in the 80s and 90s 70s 80s 90s, so yeah.
Hmm. Well, that is that on that. And the last story I have for us today, um, Darius Cooks, honey. I'm sure y'all have probably
Oh,
seen this already, honey.
I didn't know he was a fucking teacher.
Well,
What?
word on the curb is he's allegedly a substitute teacher who's only been on the job for about maybe 2, 3 days.
He's a oh my God, I thought he was gonna go away. I just saw a video about a woman complaining how they was supposed to have some dinner thing and no location had been. I said he's still up to his antics. Why are y'all still buying these tickets to go to his little raggedy thing?
That listen, I don't understand the appeal, honey. Anytime I would see his food, it always looked just very heavily salted to me. But I guess some people like salt. I don't know.
I mean, but all the controversy and all the people complaining, and y'all keep buying them tickets and then be wondered when y'all get bamboozled. Huh?
Hmm.
And now he up here supposed to be a teacher too. I said, oh Lord, Jesus.
No, I've only seen people talking about the video. I've actually never watched it to watch with because they're saying that he is crying over the students who I think he's teaching in high school at the moment, and he's
Mm-hmm.
saying that these kids are going to college and they can't read or whatever.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
the video is like a little bit under 3 minutes long. So I'm watching it for the first time. If you've seen it for the first
I
time like
saw
me,
part of it, and I actually clicked out of it because I was like, I'm sick of his antics. It's so dramatic.
and I see the tears in here, like I so I'm just watching just to say I did. So let's see, and then we'll talk about it on the
Mm.
other
Let
side,
me
child.
turn this down.
Yeah. Let's see what Mr. Darius Cooks has to say.
She say, "Let me turn this down."
So I am on my lunch break. It is, I don't know, 11:30 or something like that. And I just finished a 3 hour class. Um, we have what's called block, and block is where first and second periods are combined for subjects that need it. And so um, I literally broke down in the middle of class because I'm teaching seniors. These kids are leaving high school and going to college, hopefully, after they finish. We had 2 paragraphs to read, one sentence complete to write. I gave them the sentence stems. I basically completed the sentence for them in the model. These are 17 and 18-year-old kids, and they couldn't fill in 4 words. 4 words. I gave them the scenario. We annotated together. I gave them the answers before we even had the problem, and they couldn't do it. I don't know. I simply don't know where the problem is. This is only day 2, and I have seniors who simply cannot read and seniors who cannot write. They cannot write. They can reason, they have the ability to defend their reasoning if it's talking to their homeboy, but applying that to a written text, 2 paragraphs, and they couldn't do it. Our young black men, our young brown men, our young black girls, and our young brown girls, oh God.
Yeah, it was certainly dramatic. And I guess it's that thing of right message, wrong messenger. Because I mean, his concern is very
Yeah.
real, and the numbers do show that these kids cannot read and write. Like a lot, who was well, the numbers I read were concerning third graders and eighth graders, and pretty much
Mm.
the third graders. That national study of a third the study I read, I can't think of it which study it was, but I do remember the numbers, and it said that only 30% of the students were reading at grade level. So that means the other 70% could not. That is a
Bet they had
problem.
bet they had on nice outfits though,
Mhm. So, but
because
honey, when I tell you
it
the
seems
discipline.
like in the older
Oh, go ahead, Chill. I'm sorry.
when you're watching all these people posting first day back to school pictures of their kids, like the younger ones. I mean, they're dressed like young kids, jeans, whatever, nice little shirt, might have some color, little graphic tee. But when you get up and start getting older, baby, them fits. They have long nails. They got the bust down hair. These are some of the kids he's talking about. I mean, it's a fashion show for the older ones. It's
Mhm.
I, it would make me cry too. I get it. Like you say, right message, wrong messenger. However, I could see
Mhm.
him getting fired for posting this video
Yeah.
because you can't be doing this while you're actively in the classroom. Maybe after his term is over, he could have done this, but while he's actively, and he doing it on his lunch hour, no less. Like I could see them letting him go for this.
Yes. Can y'all
Mhm.
hear me?
Yep,
Oh,
yep.
yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. And also, it's not like he's not a public figure. I mean, The
Mm-hmm.
kids could see
Mm-hmm.
this. Somebody's gonna see it, and
Yep.
yeah, that's crazy.
There's a lot of followers. It's gonna be widespread. And maybe
And
one of those kids, uh, somebody's parent is following him. Which it's a terrible message, though, for sure.
and I have to say the discourse surrounding it had me cracking up. It's so much that I had to save one tweet or one post on Threads that I wanted to show y'all. Now, just a disclosure, I am a huge fan of the movie Lean on Me. That's probably like one of my favorite movies in the entire universe, honey. So any references to that movie, I'm usually all up on it. But honey, this one here had me cracking up. So the original tweet said, "Imagine finding out Darius Cook is your child's new teacher." And somebody said, "I'll be at that board meeting like this."
Yeah. Yeah.
So, shout out to that one. Boy, she played that role, honey. Shout out to this woman. Well, no, I think this woman passed away, this actress here.
She did pass away.
Hmm. Oh, I sounded like Wendy Williams. Oh, she passed away? Oh, oh. Well, anyway. Well, y'all, that was actually all the tea that I had for us today. So before we head out, I always like to ask my girls, did y'all have any tea that you want to share or any tea that I might have missed? Oh, and I think I promised yesterday, I think I mentioned like the Nick Reiner story. I read into it. I was like, oh, this is a nothing burger. I ain't talking about this shit. But basically
Dang.
yeah, he's trying to amend his his filing or whatever, like some legal technicality bullshit, blah blah blah. It ain't even worth talking about.
Yeah. And dang, there was something that I wanted to mention, and I should have wrote it down because I don't know why I thought I was gonna remember later. I don't know why I thought that. I was like, yeah, I was just gonna riff off of something, but I don't even remember what it was. Damn it. Oh, I hate when I do that.
It'll come to us. Well, when you think about it, like put it in a notepad or your phone's notepad or something.
I am.
Because I'm
I
sure it was
am.
good.
It was a I mean, it was a little good. It wasn't like super great, but it was something to conversate about. And I can't think of what it is. Damn it. I'm gonna have to start writing this stuff down because I played myself with that
Oh no, honey, you a busy
one.
mother on the go.
Well, appreciate it. But no, I don't have anything else.
Well, it is always a pleasure. Thank you all for taking time out of your busy day to come and sip tea with me. We will be back tomorrow, starting at 12:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for another live show if you can make it. Don't forget to subscribe to a bitch. Head over to auntiederek.com and hit that big green subscribe button at the top left. I was about to say top right, but at the top left and join my free mailing list. And until tomorrow, I hope you all have a fabulous rest of your day.
Bye, everybody.
Bye, everybody.